have taken a dribble or two more to try to put more pressure on the defense.
Cunningham through the lane, blocked by Nichols.
Now Stewart has that size inside and can kind of take advantage of the fact that Kansas doesn't have that rim protector this year, but couldn't finish.
Nichols off the screen, knocks down the three. And back-to-back scores for Lindenwood. Nichols on the dribble, trying to muscle in the lane again. Draws the contact, off the window and good. Doesn't get the foul, but muscles home the bucket. Nichols going to work on Wernley. Wernley falls down. Bounce pass and a backdoor cut for Williams for the lay-in.
And both
show a little press there, and the Jayhawks able to handle that new defensive sight.
Nichols to work, double team, finds the wide open Williams for the lay-in.
Nice job here by Samaya Nichols, sensing the double team.
Here's Williams to Nichols, wide open in front of the Kansas bench and splashes home the three, then takes a hard tumble and winces as she gets back up. 13 now for Nichols.
And I'm not sure who she tumbled.
The biggest Kansas lead. 12 at halftime and pushed it out now. Nice little pass from Nichols to El Tayeb for back-to-back.
Zoe Canfield, Nichols, good ball movement. Williams, 6'3" with a dump down. Samaya Nichols with black jerseys everywhere. It doesn't matter if you make it. Copeland up top now. Back to Samaya, wide open, a late closeout, and she knocks down another three. From distance, 7 out of 16 from three-point range.
Nice play there by Osma, not trying to do too much with it and trying to continue that play, potentially causing a turnover. Samaya Nichols taking over this game on both ends of the court with the and-one finish over West.
That little grin that she has after causing West on a kick out Criswell for three. That lips out. Osma the board. Underneath, Williams the finish.
Play continues here. Hawkeyes with a 10-point lead. Stremlow dispossessed by Nichols. Evans out and running, up off the glass.
Continue to take care of the basketball. If you're Iowa here, Samaya Nichols gets a hand on it and throws it out in front to Evans, and they get within single digits.
Hanging out in the backcourt, just swiping at the ball just enough to throw that rhythm off for a shuffle of the feet.
Some Nichols check in. Inside to Williams on the inbound for the bucket. Continuing her solid play coming out of the weekend. That's her first. Nichols on the steal, and now the run out. And gets a steady score, averaging better than 21. Got a bucket there, then a rip and run. And trickled in with the shooter's touch. 1 of 2 at the free throw line. There's Jamison battling Nichols. Now at the point guard spot. Nichols in the lane. Turns off the window and good. The sophomore transfer from Creighton. Expected to see some minutes tonight. She's been out quite some time since game number 2. Inside to Williams, who gets the first.
Williams
inside touch. Contreras, little floater in the lane, and missed that one. Rebound to Nichols.
Kansas City very good on the offensive boards. Kansas has to do a good job of keeping them off.
Nichols on the drive and one. Contreras tried to help, but Nichols too strong to the bucket. And Nichols off the screen. Now at 4, rolling to the hoop is Williams, a catch and finish to beat the buzzer.
Gets the ball to her open teammates when they bring the doubles.
3 Jayhawks with 6 in the opening quarter, including Nichols, who gets the and one to start the second.
And so then Kansas comes out of the quarter break and they set the high screens.
Elle Evans had a nice first half as well for the Jayhawks. Knocked down a 3, had 3 rebounds.
So easy.
Kansas has to handle that full court pressure the entire game. It is a backcourt pressure game for the Jayhawks.
And Samaya Nichols on cue hits the first three-pointer of the game.
In a hot building, by the way, as this
hot.
game goes on. Penn State, that's all they know is pressure. What a cut by Williams. I love this kid. As a true freshman, no fear, a lot of courage. I think 25 years as a head coach at Division II West Texas A&M.
Beautiful pass ahead by Nichols to Evans.
Copeland is an interesting story. 5'7". She's played the 1 through the 4 so far this year for Kansas.
Yeah, now playing the point guard position and
good pass.
Try to catch her breath here.
Instead, 2 points and the ball for Kansas.
Nichols using the screen by Papadopoulou, hits it.
Very patient, was she not? Just kind of probing where she wanted to go.
4-point game here in Allen Fieldhouse.
Look at Nichols work off of that ball screen up top. They flip it a little bit, allows her to get to the left.
There for anyone to grab. Elle Evans was already thinking offensive assignment of getting down the court. As you see an excellent backdoor cut there. Samaya thought that Sanaya was certainly capable of bringing the ball up herself, and maybe Sanaya was wanting to get into their best player's hands for that reason right there. So you can see more of that action in Samaya Nichols creating a play on her. The same shots as you can get. And I wouldn't be surprised if she finds her way back to that spot.
Yeah.
I'd go back.
Off the screen, Samaya Nichols flashes a 3-ball.
So Baylor staying pretty true to their starting lineup, although Jennings is in there. And a great drive in the bucket and a chance for a 3-point play.
Shot attempt that she can see go through the net is only going to help her confidence.
5 seconds on the shot clock, and they hustle to go the other way off the takeaway.
Oklahoma State leading the Big 12 in 4 different categories, as Nichols will get it into Williams. What an inbounds play.
Yeah, wide open. As soon as she gets it down low, it's almost unstoppable.
And there's a good pivot and finish by Samaya Nichols. That's her first field goal of the game. As we go to the next quarter, as you're watching Big 12 basketball here on ESPN.
And like Coach Finley says, he's looking for people who are going to do good work with the minutes that they receive.
Here's a 3 knocked down by Nichols. Nichols with a fresh shot clock will drive it in. Gets the bucket and the foul. How about that, Samaya Nichols? And that'll bring us to a timeout on the floor. Samaya Nichols back to the line. Inside, and Nichols able to get the N1.
Experienced leadership, even with Staley Hurt as a sophomore, I would say is a big leader on this team.
Nichols with the left-hand finish. She'll go to the line for the and 1 opportunity, and this is something she does. Cowgirls with a chance to take the lead. But a turnover.
He had an extra pass inside. Praise really wasn't there in position. And what a great job by Kansas on the other end to take a... Right now they have Nichols with 13. They don't even have a second score at this point.
Nichols has it in her hands. Step back 3. Got it.
Well, when you've got a score like that, maybe you don't need a second and third. Let them start at the 10-second mark, and they do.
In a zone, it looks like maybe here for Oklahoma State. Up and under. The shot's good. 3 seconds before the end of the quarter clock.
To keep the pressure on Oklahoma State's offense here.
1 second to shoot, and at the shot clock buzzer, it's spun in by Nichols. Largest lead of the game now for the Jayhawks, and Nichols has 3 minutes to go in Stillwater. Nichols on the spin move. Follow-away jumper hits.
Boy, some clutch buckets right now by Kansas. Oklahoma.
Turned over in the middle of the lane. Kansas back the other way. 3-on-3. Copeland stops in the lane. Harshaw back for 3 hits.
And the drive after the steal. Copeland, such a good defensive player, pushes it down the court, but Connor there with good defense. And the pass from Copeland out to Harshaw.
Bench apparel over there for Kansas.
Say power it. Now that's Kansas.
That pops over there. And Buff's errant pass bounces through the lane, and on the run go the Jayhawks. Elle Evans running with Sanaya Copeland. Shot on the way and good.
Walked it off, getting stretched out, but did seem to be in a lot of pain.
Johanna Tadair and Kendall Wetta in. Nice pass, threaded through the defense.
Ooh.
Nice look inside, put it away. Reagan Williams finish.
Playing some respectable help side. Do knocks it down.
Imir with 10 points, drive, and a celebration from the floor.
Nichols. Top of the circle's good. And Kansas pushing back out to a now 20-point lead. Skinner in the backcourt on Nichols. Evans, open look at three, and hits. And prepped at La Jolla Country Day School, San Diego area. As Samaya Nichols goes to the hole and gets the and one.
Having confidence their teammate was going to finish that play the right way.
That wasn't rhythm, but a quick rhythm. Nichols the spin in the lane.
Teammates and showing incredible passion
on in league play. A couple double-figure games in the Big 12, and picks up her third here this afternoon. Kansas trying to beat the buzzer and does. Samaya Nichols drains the three. Will that wake the Jayhawks up on their home floor? Nichols beats the buzzer to end the third quarter, but it's Arizona continuing to lead by 12. Nichols beats the buzzer for Arizona this afternoon. Nichols got past Rolf in for the lay-in.
Great eye contact there on the backdoor cut from Nichols.
There was something about the way she started this game, as the and one is right there for Nichols, but for Nichols it felt like
shimmy with an elbow to the rib cage to create some space for that jumper.
Torre with 10. Well, in this league, many times bumps aren't fouls, but this one is, and an and one. Beautifully done there by Nichols.
Nice. Nichols put Torre in the spin cycle. Beautiful spin move back from her, going left, spinning. You win each possession and continue to build on that as you go on to your next games.
Utah had a game in this building against Princeton when they rallied from 18 down. So it's taken away by Harshaw. And here comes Nichols, 23 points on the night, looking to cut into this lead even more. And she does with a free throw to come.
But not settle for early threes, because this is not necessarily a three-point shooting team.
Here's Nichols against McFarland. And she has an and one opportunity. We know Kansas is great at getting to the free throw line.
And Samaya Nichols is #1 in that. She's very good at using her body, her frame. She's strong. She just drives right here and goes against.
Nichols now inside to Williams, who shook free of Sanogo. Is open, a rare open look on the block for anyone tonight. Kansas a new wrinkle against the press there, did not work, at least for the first time. Here's a backdoor cut by Williams for the bucket. Off the assist from Samaya Nichols.
Texas Tech has 3 players with 4 fouls. Kansas has 1. It might become a game of attrition.
Nichols muscles one to the hole. Her second field goal.
Their play here, so they're ready for an offensive play. But man, both teams have just played tremendous defense tonight.
Inside to Nichols and the foul. Down to 5. Nichols spins through and hits. And a backdoor cut for Reagan Williams for the finish. Down the floor offensively, getting the backdoor cut from the freshman. Reagan Williams. With far side to Nichols, spins in the lane. Draws 3 defenders, so she kicks to Evans for 3 and hits.
Around here, there was actually another 2. All 5 Wildcats were in the paint. Nice high hands by Reagan Williams on that ball screen defense. Let's see if the Jayhawks can turn this into point.
Nichols still without a field goal, but has one here. Nichols the and one. Second leading scorer in the Big 12, gets her first made bucket at 6. TCU leading Iowa State in the first quarter, 20-9 in Ames. Broken pressure, El Tayeb finish at the end of the press break for Kansas.
13 Jayhawk turnovers. Able to get it across. Nichols wants to go to the cup, and she scores and is fouled to end the drought.
I mean, that's just absolutely incredible, though.
Little slip, nicely done there for Kansas, leading to the Williams bucket.
What a phenomenal assist by Samaya Nichols. Execution all night long. Ball is in the hands of Samaya Nichols.
Man fell down. Nichols hits the tying shot. They've had an 11-0 run in this game.
Well, Chloe Mann for Cincinnati has taken 2 charges in the game so far, and in her attempt to go...
Inbound to Nichols, backing down. Got it, Kansas leads. 27 seconds to go, Samaya Nichols.
Very, very close at the top of the Big 12. Always competitive in the league.
Yeah, it's going to make for a photo finish coming down the stretch. Using whether it was buy-in or comfortability, like the Jayhawks just have not been that assertive from shooting behind the arc. And
Nichols, the nifty assist to Reagan Williams for the bucket. Sophomore out of New Zealand. Also, Jackson checks back into the backcourt. Here's Nichols on the drive and gets the roll with the left hand. 4 games to play. El Tayeb down the block to beat the shot clock. And here El Tayeb. Harris now with 9 on 3 made threes. 15 triples for the Cyclones. Nichols left and right, then left again. And the go-to, 6'2" and 6'3", but long arms. They got it inside to Reagan Williams for the finish.
Yeah, good patience. An area of emphasis for officials this year because I've seen more illegal screens called this year than I have in a long time, I think, and players just have to be more disciplined.
Nichols on the drive through the lane, drives and kicks this time. Evans, corner 3 is pure.
And went around her, where you see so many players in that instance committing an offensive foul.
Nichols on the drive, and 1 on the bump in the lane by Brown.
So Samaya Nichols is shot clock violations here in the 4th quarter. So the Kansas defense is working, but they need to get a score.
Nichols the spin, then the step through for the bucket.
Nichols spins free, and she has her first bucket. Long on the iron, and the rebound falls to Williams, who gives quickly to Samaya Nichols. Nichols will pull up from that left elbow, knock it down, and a foul.
Grace Agrebba in for the first time. Richard, sophomore out of Germany for Oklahoma State. Nichols, the reverse is good. Ties the game at 6. Here's the other end of the floor for Kansas. The Nichols flip up. Shot clock to 5. They'll get it back to Nichols. Here comes the high screen. Nichols gonna have to hurry. Flips it up and good, and a foul. And 1 for Samaya Nichols.
Samaya Nichols lets out a roar. The Jayhawks being relentless on the glass, finding ways to add points to that scoreboard as Nichols shoots 1 from deep and connects.
So Nichols for 3. Been quiet, as I mentioned here in the second half. Back-to-back buckets has Kansas within 2.
It's about 2 seconds different between game clock and shot clock. Nichols spins, fakes, shot, goes over the front of the rim.